Hey, what's going on, chess lovers? This is Maurice Bishop Chess. So y'all know my slogan: "Life is a game of chess." All right, guys. I want to share with y'all a beautiful Black Lion game that I played against my opponent. I actually played against this opponent a lot of times, man. A lot of times, man. And this person do play strong. This person was actually a 2300. Maybe this person's having a bad day or whatever, just not playing very well. But this person is a very strong player. Um, but obviously, when I played the Black Lion, and that's pretty much what I've been killing her with, is the Black Lion. But this time, she must have been analyzing her game or whatever, and she did a move on me, which I rarely see. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, because if y'all played a Black Lion, y'all might come across this type of scenario. So without further ado, let's actually get started. All right. So my opponent plays e4 and I play d6. D3, e5, knight f3, knight b to d7, g3, c6, bishop g2, queen c7. This person castles and I go a6. And obviously, guys, y'all already know that if I go a6, obviously I'm getting ready to do g5 as well. Um, Pretty much. But this person goes rook e1, and instead of me going g5 first, I just go knight f6 first. And then I was going to do my g5 move. But uh, my opponent actually goes h4, which is not something that I see very often. This h4 moves. So when my opponent does the h4 move, I just simply develop with bishop e7, and my opponent plays c3. And usually, when they play c3, usually they want to get the queen out, maybe on queen b3, or maybe push on b4 and a4 sometimes. It's a lot of other scenarios. So what I did is, guys, I go rook g8. Now, even though I'm playing a Black Lion, guys, I kind of have this Elshad System mentality, because obviously, when you play the Elshad, they also talk about putting your rook on a G file, where I'm attacking the king. And that's why people ask me, is the Black Lion and Elshad System similar to each other? And the only thing I can really say is yes and no. The attacking style is very similar, but I always say the position is a little bit different, um, or at least the style of position is different. Um, but it definitely has some similarities when it comes to attacking, and that's why I placed my rook on g8. Um, my opponent goes d4, trying to attack in the center, and I go knight f8. Now, notice, guys, when I go knight f8, normally, when I go knight f8, when you're playing a Black Lion, is usually, when I have g5 already here, and then I could go knight g6. But in this case, guys, I can't. I really wouldn't want to go knight g6, because I'm pretty much blocking my pawn from getting to g5, so that's not going to work at all. But by me going knight f8, I decided, like, you know what? Maybe I could kind of switch it into an L shot in a way, because if I go knight e6, this will help me to go to g7 and g5, which was my plan. And then also, guys, I wasn't really worried about d5 yet, which again, it kind of really goes on to what my opponent is playing. So when my opponent plays a4, I immediately play a5, and I play a5 to not only stop any type of queenside attacks and expansion, but I also play a5 because, again, guys, my plan is to go knight e6. And when I go knight e6, if my opponent decides to go d5, I would like to go to c5 as well. And even if they try to go b4, I could still take this pawn right away, and then this would leave me with an open a file, which will actually do me really good. Like, it will do me great, which is what I want. So that was my plan with it. And again, guys, now that type of style is more like an L shot in a way, but the only difference is, my queen. Well, technically, my queen is on c7, kind of like the L shot anyway. So, I don't know, guys. It seems kind of. I mean, y'all be the judge. I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, it could go both ways though, but it's pretty crazy though. But knight b to d2 is where my opponent goes, and I simply go with my plan with knight e6. I'm getting ready to go g5. My opponent goes queen b3, and I immediately go g5 right away. Again, my opponent wouldn't want to go d5 because of I do have some tempo with knight c5, and I'm pretty much is golden right now, you know. So that's what I like. So after g5, ace captures g5, ace captures g5, and then my opponent goes d captures e5, and then I go d captures e5. All right, so knight h2. Knight h2 definitely prevents me from going to knight g4, which is another plan that I had as well. And also knight h2 is also like a defensive move. Um, but it could come off as passive in a way too. And guys, and you know me, I'm crazy when I like to attack. I'm pretty crazy with it. I did do something crazy, guys. I did go knight f4. Yes, guys, I did. I know. I go knight f4. I like to break principles, but again, guys, this is kind of like the Elshad system mentality. You know, with the Elshad, we really don't care about pieces or the amount of pieces that we have, as long as we can get close to the king and open up the file as much as possible. That's all that matters, and that's what we want, and that's pretty much, guys. That's what I pretty much did in this game right here. I just did an L shot system mentality. I was like, you know what? Let's just sacrifice and let's just blow up the whole king's position, you know. So I go knight f4, g catches f4, and then g catches f4. Um, my opponent go f3. Now, maybe the right move probably would have been king h1. But also, guys, I do have rook h8 as well, where I can actually pin that knight down and maybe somehow go bishop d6 and queen e7 just to get to the h4 as well. And then also, guys, and to be honest with you, guys, even if my opponent did go king h1, I do have knight h5 threats and then bishop c5, where I could actually threat a smothers mate. Another idea, another mating net. So you gotta come up with all these ideas and everything, things like that, you know, because you gotta think. This bishop doesn't just have to stay here on bishop e7. This is kind of like a hidden fireball right here, you know, a hidden missile. You know what I mean? Getting that bishop active and stuff. So it could do a lot, man. I'm telling you. Um, but yeah, my opponent actually goes f3, and I decided to put pressure on the g2 bishop, and because I'm threatening rook catches h2, and obviously, guys, white could defend two ways, either maybe knight g4 or maybe rook e2, which is something that white can do. So in this position, my opponent goes rook e2. I actually go bishop c5 check first. I do that first, guys. I go check first. And then king h1, and guys, and I almost try to do something else, guys. I was really thinking about going knight h5. For instance, if knight h5, because I'm threatening checkmate right here, guys. But also, guys, I'm threatening check and ready to take the rook. So this is something that I was thinking as well. And then another thing about this, guys, is another thing why I thought about this move is because even if the bishop captures, I have rook g1 checkmate, which is something that I was thinking. And I thought knight h5 was a lovely move that I did. Uh, I mean, I don't really know why I didn't do it, but you know, not really sure. But I kind of but I just wanted to give y'all some ideas that if y'all do play something like this, bishop c5, and if they go king h1, knight h5 is a beautiful move. Probably another reason why I didn't do it because I did see knight f1 move. And that's the only reason why I didn't do it, because I was like, well, he could definitely defend like this, and then where do I go from here? But maybe if I would have just did it like that, then maybe I would have been fine. Where I mean, black, I feel as though black still has a lot of conversation. Black can still do a lot of things, and like I said, I could still take this bishop off and then trade off and then just castle queenside and everything. So I could have just still did that. So but yeah, guys, I mean that was something that I could have just did, but Anyway, guys, after bishop c5 checking king h1, I just pretty much did bishop captures g2. I just kept it simple and plain. Rook captures g2, rook captures g2, and after king captures g2, I just castled queenside. And again, guys, I go by this principle that, you know, if you have 3 or more pieces surrounding the king, you can start an attack, and you can create some tactics, and obviously you can create some mating nets around the king, especially when this king is literally like all the way open right now. And also, guys, I also went off of the position of my opponent's pieces. I looked at it as this bishop is not in the game. This rook is not in the game. This queen is pretty much still stuck here, not really doing anything right now. And my knight, or this knight right here, is also not really doing too much right now. So I kind of looked at the position that way, which is why in the beginning, the reason why I sacrificed my knight on f4, because I know I can get the initiative. Um, so yeah, my opponent goes knight c4, and I just go rook g8 check. Simple as that. My opponent decided to go knight g4, and I guess there is a principle where they say if your opponent sacrifices a piece on you, you want to exchange as much pieces down as possible, you know, things like that. But in this type of position, you cannot really exchange pieces down and give me that open file, especially when I have this powerful dark square bishop that's lingering, and then when you get the stuff open, like remind you, like this bishop still can't really move anywhere, and then the rook is still not in the game. The only way to make this possible, if the rook was already out, then maybe you have some chances. But in this case, after you just did knight g4, or my opponent did knight g4, it's really over after this, because after knight captures g4, rook captures g4, and then after king f1, I just went rook g1 check, and then after king e2. I simply just went queen d7. And again, guys, look at the position. Um, this rook is not in the game. This bishop is not in the game. Um, I mean, my opponent could like maybe sack his, or try to sack the bishop and hope he take my rook or whatever, or maybe, you know, if he goes bishop captures and I take his rook, and maybe try to get some play like that. Maybe, I mean, I don't really know, but even after this move, guys, this is just I don't really know what to say after this, because I'm threatening queen f1 check, and then it'll be mate pretty much. Not really mate, but I'll be threatening to take off this dark square bishop. So I mean, it just, I don't know, guys. There's a lot of things I could do in this position, but yeah, just to go back, guys. After queen d7, my opponent pretty much blundered. Did queen c2, and then that's when I just went rook g2 check, and my opponent resigned, because there's no way that this my opponent could save his queen. So pretty much, my opponent resigned. I was also thinking, like, does my opponent have any play if um if my opponent would have played knight captures e5? Is it something else that my opponent could do? And after knight captures e5, it's pretty much all over anyway, because after rook g2 check, if my opponent decides to go king f3, trying to attack my rook, I simply got queen h3 check, and then his king captures f4, rook f2, what you call it, king g5, and then bishop e7, and that is on checkmate right there. Um, yeah, guys. So it's really nothing that white could really do, even if um I want to show you something else. Even if he just decides to go king e1, even after king e1, uh, your my opponent is pretty much stuck right now, because he's about to get mated. Literally a one move mate on queen h1. You can't really stop it. My opponent doesn't have any type of checks to even check my king. Really doesn't have anything. No matter where he goes, he just can't stop this move. Unless you try to sack the knight, but even after queen h1, yeah, this is just pretty much all over. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you like it, or if you like this video, please like, share, comment. Definitely let me know what you think of this video. And also, guys, if you have any questions about the Black Lion or the Elshad, or if there's any other content that you want me to post, definitely drop a comment below and just let me know what you want me to post. And also, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Peace.